Ah! Woo! What's going on, party people? Come on, come on, come on. Stay pumped, stay pumped, stay pumped. Don't give up. All right? I know things are tough. People coming at you. People hunting you down. People hiding in the bushes. All that kind of stuff. Everybody want a little piece of you, but don't give up. Stay the course. It can be discouraging sometimes when you get an email that says, hey, your payment is coming in 10 days, 10 business days. It's like, but you got to find a way to make it work. I'm telling you, don't give up. Just stand firm, be encouraged, fight for what you know is right, do all you can, meet your obligations, even if it gets tough sometimes. Even, I'm telling you, everybody wants you to obligate to them when they want to, but sometimes they don't want to obligate to you when you need them to. But don't give up. Don't give up. And I know things are tough. I mean, I know. And everybody wants to make money because everybody needs money. Everybody got some kind of idea that's going to help you make money. And that's why it's so imperative that you make sure these people validate to you and show you proof that this stuff works. That's why I do what I do. Even though I'm not making the money like I was making a couple of years ago with this business, but I just have belief and I just have confidence that if I keep plugging away, everything is going to work out. And somehow it does. Somehow it does. And if you show effort that you're going out here trying to do it, the people who may require stuff of you, your bill collectors. And I've been talking to some folk, and I know, and I tell them, I said, just keep working. You'll get the money to pay all your bills. Just keep working. It'll pan out. Watch what you spend, where you spend, who you spend it with. And you'll be able to, and the money that you do make, you'll be able to meet your obligations. Because see, that's the part that none of these suckers talk about. Meeting your obligations. And it can get tough sometimes. You're sitting there, you're trying, and it's like, oh man. And you don't have time to be depressed. You don't have time to be sad. You don't have time to cry. You ain't even got time to argue with people about, I'm working on it. And that's what you got to do. And I know some of you, I've had the conversation. I know some of you, you've never been late on anything in your life, and now you could be late. You've never been delinquent on anything in your life, and now, because of this business and the delay in getting paid and the lower than expected fees, it's putting you in a situation financially that you're not too happy about. But keep your head up. Don't give up. Fight through it. Make the necessary adjustments. And see, the adjustments that you make are always about adding a new stream of income. See, people think that, oh, if I add a new stream of income, that's going to fix the problem. Well, first you got to identify what the problem is. And for some people, the problem is simply you are actually spending too much in your business. You're spending too much on your personalness. You want to go on a cruise every 2 weeks. You want to go travel every 10 days, which could be technically 2 weeks, if you, depending on how you look at it. But you want to do all of this stuff, and you want to drive here and go to this concert and all of that. And sometimes you just got to pull back. Just pull back a little bit, just for a short amount of time. Just pull it back and focus on what's right. Stop worrying about matching up with the Joneses. Stop worrying about, pop locking and being on somebody's little fake play stage, bragging about what you're doing in this business, while they making all the money off of you, and you have no longevity in this business because you don't even understand business. Don't get caught up into that. Stop allowing people to stroke your ego and play with your emotions, because that's what they're doing. They're tickling your emotions and stroking your ego, all for the pipe dream of, oh, I'm gonna be a $100,000 a year entrepreneur. No. Nah. You got to get your focus right. You got to stop playing around and trying to hope the pipe dream could be your dream. That's somebody else's pipe dream. That's somebody else's thing. You got to figure it out for yourself. I'm having a conversation with y'all, which is the same conversation I have with myself. See, these suckers out here, they won't be real with y'all. They won't be real with y'all. But they want your money. They want everything that you got financially, but they won't give you the substance of what you need to be successful. And some of those people who are up there bragging about how successful they are, they has a lot of stuff handed to them. They had so much help to get there. The help that you don't have. They had the money to pay Fred or Karen or whoever all this money to be their mentor, but you don't have that. You ain't got it. You ain't got it at all. But what you do have is a fully functional brain and the willingness and the tenacity to go out here and work hard and go do what you got to do. And what you got to add to that is a little stick-to-itiveness, because now you got to stick to it over a period of time, and you got to develop patience. And the problem is you don't have patience. So these suckers out here are doing everything they can to get you to believe that it can happen instantaneous for you, but you can't even handle a daggone 3% pay raise at your job, because once you get that 3% pay raise, guess what? You go out and blow it, and you're still in debt, and you're just as broke now with the 3% pay raise as you was when you didn't have it. And you actually think that listening to these people is going to put you into the promised land of financial security and financial wealth, and you can't even handle a 3% pay raise at your job. Y'all know I'm on it. You got to start being real with yourself. You got to start evaluating. You got to start looking at yourself and the people who you hanging with and the people who you're listening to, and actually ask yourself, is what they're saying even viable for me? It might be viable for them. It might be viable for that other person over there, but is it viable for me? Is it really viable for me? Is it something that can be done here? I had a conversation with a young lady, and I was telling her what she should do about the presenting of the documents, and I think I mentioned that to y'all the other day. And she said what I shared with her saved her about 15-20 minutes off of her time. Doing it the way some notary trainer and their little cronies told her to do it had her stressed and had her sitting there seeming like all day long. I said, here's what you do. Do this. She did it, was in and out. And her confidence level from the first time I talked to her and now is just so much different. So much different. Get the stress out your life, and this business will be easy for you. A lot of the stuff that people are teaching you, it adds stress to your life. It makes you worry about, are you doing it correctly? And if you took somebody's training and you still worry, am I doing it correctly? Then apparently the training is trash. That's just the truth. You go to college and you don't have a clue as to how to do the stuff that you learned in college. Either you trash or it's trash. One of the two. And then you want to make $100,000 a year, and you can't even handle a 3% pay raise. You can't even stand up for yourself at your job. There's so much we have to get together individually before we can ever truly see the level of success that we need to see in business that somebody else promised us. Somebody else promised you a level of success. You have no confidence and no willingness to see it within yourself, in your business yourself. You just hoping that what they tell you you can do, it'll happen, but you have no vision. You have no nothing that says within you when you look in the mirror and say, I can do this. All you're saying is, I hope it works. Maybe it will. If I can just get $1. No, you got to know that this is going to work for you. You got to know that you have what it takes to go out there and do the daggone thing. And not get discouraged when, okay, it didn't work. Or at least that aspect didn't work. It took a little longer. But you know what? Nah, I'm gonna still do this thing. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Nah, they full of mess. I can feel it in my gut. They just want my money. I can see it in their eyes. They just saying this and they just want me to spend money with them so they don't have to go out here and do the notary stuff. That's what it is. Your little lazy tail behind, you don't want to do it. Matter of fact, you probably a bum notary anyway. And you want somebody to pay you for training? You better start asking these people, what's your success rate? You better start asking the people who took this training with them, how have you been faring since then? Do you feel more confident? Do you feel that you can go out here and do this after taking their training? That's what you need to start asking them. Stop just spending your money because all of these other people are hyping them up. You better start doing your due diligence. Man, that's a cool look right here. The sun hitting it. They got the little shade going on. And then, y'all know it. You know I'm hitting it today when I'm way out here and the light is just like bling. And they're all of this. I like this here. Hold on. Let me take a picture of this. Another picture. Now I was just taking some pictures. I'm like, I like this look. Y'all know, look, I be sounding crazy, acting up and stuff, but look, I love y'all. I really appreciate y'all. I want the best for y'all. I want the best for y'all. And there are people out here, there are trainers out here that want the best for you, and that's who you have to find. You have to find those who want the best for you. Anybody who ghosts me unjustifiably, I ain't messing with them. After I done spent money with you and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can't talk to you. I'm too busy, this, that, and the other. So you didn't count the cost of being a mentor. You didn't count the cost of putting yourself out there in the public eye, and now everybody want a piece of you. And they need some genuine help, and you're like, oh, I'm too busy. I can't help you. I'm over here in Cancun again, so I'm sorry. I can't. I got bad cell service. But when I get back, you can buy another course of mine. When I get back, you can pay me for another 10-minute mentor session. That I'm only going to give you 2 minutes to talk because I'm going to spend 8 minutes bragging about my trip. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm saying, but see, I hear this stuff from people. I hear it from the notaries. They call me and talk to me about this and saying the stuff that they're going through, and they're like, and that's why I get the phone calls. That's why I be on phone calls sometimes 2 hours with somebody, just helping them out, just helping them get their focus. And then they out here, next thing I know, I get a phone call. They say, Griff, I'm doing good. It's coming through. It's working now. I'm like, all right, bet. That's what's important to me. Not standing on any stage bragging about how great I am or having somebody brag about how great I am. And brag about the fact that I'm 6, 7, 8, 9 figures. But how many people did I trample over to get to there? All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.